Hello everybody, welcome back to Ubrink Studio if you've been here before. Hello if you've not been here before, my name is Anita and Ubrink Studio is based in West Norfolk, just outside of King's Lynn, on the border of Cambridgeshire, Norfolk and Lincolnshire. So today I'm going to tell you all about sublimation printing and how I do some of my works. So here is, excuse me for turning around. So this is a piece that I have finished recently. One of my favourite processes is to take a photograph, enlarge it or zoom into a certain area that you're quite happy with, and then to stitch into it. So printing it onto fabric has always been a challenge. If you don't know about sublimation printers, this is easy. I don't paint if I can help it. It takes me a long time. I think I'm not very good at drawing. I think I'm not very good at painting. That's just my opinion. And it takes me a long time before I get something that I actually like. This process, I take a picture, I zoom it in, I print it straight onto some paper and then print it onto fabric using a heat press. And here's how you do it. Sublimation inks and printer. This is the company that I buy this from, and they send you a printer for your first kit. This is a Epson Workforce 2630. You end up with refillable tanks for your inks. They come in these bottles. They send you this syringe as well, which has got all this great big long needle thing in it. I keep them primed, and the reason that I keep them primed is 9 times out of 10, if I'm printing a big batch, you can guarantee one colour will run out in the middle of me doing it, which is infuriating. The papers, one side is a creamy colour and the other side is pink. So we're printing on the creamy colour, and when it's printed, this I have printed on some grasses here. So it looks very insipid, it looks really boring, not very exciting. However, once it's printed, it's much clearer. And just to show you, as I get this to print, and you have to print it onto Epson matte paper, it says, but it isn't Epson matte, of course. And then as you, I'm just going to move you down a bit. And I'm also, because you really do not want to be looking at my chin. Whoops, sorry, it's moved. Okay, so it's starting to print. It's asking me if I want to continue because the paper's wrong. Yes, I do. And there we go. That's going to take quite some time. So I'm just turning you around again so that you can see what I'm up to. And I'm just going to take you up here to show you the heat press. So here we are in front of the heat press, and I'm just going to show you what I've got here. The heat press, this area here and the bed area here is really, really hot. It's set on 200, so obviously we don't want to get our hands in the way if we can help it. Here I have a piece of Vaseline G700. It's a stabilizer, it's a very lightweight one, cotton. So you've got one side where you can see the fabric and feel it. This is a rough side, which is where the glue is. So we're going to put it glue side up. Then I have a piece of polycotton fabric. I don't always use polycotton. A lot of the time I use a normal cotton, which I prefer. I'll take that piece of thread off there out of the way. Thank you. And we'll pop that on there. And then we have our picture. So this is a picture of some daffodils, not ones I can use because something got stuck in the printer, so I've got some lines on here, which is perfect for demonstrating. So we pop that picture face down, okay, so face down onto our fabric, and then another piece of baking parchment, and we clamp it shut. I'm not going to touch anything around here, only the handle, and that's because it's really, really hot, so 200 degrees. I've got it set on 60 seconds, but I'm not going to keep it going for 60 seconds, probably just about 40-45, which will give us a really nice picture. And once you've used this, if you can do it on 30 seconds, even better, depending on how hot you've got this, and you can make it a lot hotter, you can then get a second picture out of it as well. So we're embroidering onto it. It's free motion embroidery, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just keeping an eye on the time, because if it goes to the full 60 seconds it's set and it makes this dreadful noise. See, let's lift this up. Please remember, if you're going to buy one of these or do any of this is all very hot, this area, so we need to be really careful. Lift the picture off. So this is the spent picture. Could probably get another one out of that. And here is the item that we have just printed, which is now ready for stitching. It's nice and stiff, so I'll just put it into an embroidery hoop. And so just bring you back to me for a moment. And now there's light in the way, but never mind. Anyway, so that's how it works. And now this, all I need to do is pop it into a hoop and do some embroidery onto it. Whether I embroider the whole thing or just part of it will all depend on what takes my fancy at the time. So thank you very much for watching. If you want to know some more information about this, come and see me at the NEC. I'll be there at the Creative Crafts show down near the stitching dens, and I'm also teaching this technique on how to stitch into them. See you then. Bye.